welcome back. Holy moly, look how nice this lawn is. It's got the diagonal stripe lines cut in it. The grass is darker going one way and lighter coming the other way. Looks almost like you see on the professional baseball game when you watch it on TV, or if you're lucky enough to go in person. And you might be asking yourself, how do they do it? How do they make it so nice like that? Or more importantly, hey, how can I do that on my own? So that's what today's video is going to be about. I'm going to show you what the science is behind it. I'm going to show you how to set up the machine. We're going to do some self-filming camera, man. We're going to do some time-lapse. And it's going to come out beautiful. In fact, it already has. All right, stick around. All right, here we are back in time to before this job started. Let's see if I can make, hey, McFly, get out of that tree. All right, we'll see who gets that reference. But here we are back in time to before the job started. And in order to put the diagonal lines into the lawn, of course you mow on a diagonal pattern. That's not rocket science. But how you get them to be light and dark striped is that when the grass is laying flat or was laid flat in one direction, it reflects the light in a different shade of green than when it comes back towards you and the grass has been laid flat towards you. Now, I don't mean flat like the grass blades are laying down, but what happens is they go one way underneath the mower and then they spring up a little bit. So they're slightly going this way away from you and slightly coming this way going towards you, and that's how you get the light and green stripes. Now, on a professional professional baseball field, what they do is they'll run rollers behind the machine and lay it down flat one way, lay it down flat the other way, and when it springs up, you have the different shades of green. Do we have a roller for our machine? No. Actually, I think they do sell a striping kit for this machine, but it's just something you drag behind it. But what we do have is the bag. So if you notice on the bottom of the bag, it's nice and smooth and slick. And why is that? Because when we hook it up here onto the machine, got the self-filming cameraman. But when we hook it up onto the machine, the bottom of it down here, as it fills up with grass, will drag along the ground onto the grass. And that's what I'm using to help flatten out the grass one way and flatten it coming back in order to put the lines in it. All right, so let's do one together. We'll start. I set up my machine just by eye. What looks good in this yard? What would be a good angle to start running the diagonal on? How about like that? Not too crazy. And the trick is going to be, we're going to go up in one line, we're going to come back right next to it with the wheels in the same line coming back. You'll see what I mean. We'll do one together, not time lapse, and then we'll run some time lapse and see how she comes out. All right, I'll be back. All right, so when making the first cut, want to make it as straight as possible. Now, of course, you're going to have to hold this lever down to keep the blades going. But what I like to do is put my hands just on the outside of the handlebar. This one over here, this one over here, and a light touch just to go as straight as you possibly can. The more you try to control it, the more crooked and crazy and wavy it gets. Just kind of let the mower do its own thing and you'll make a straight line. All right, everybody got their earplugs? I don't know how loud it's gonna be. Here we go. Yes, it is. I don't think it's coming up on the phone, though. Let me film it from this side, because I think you can see it better. So we have one stripe coming up, one stripe going down. One is lighter green, one is darker green. Hopefully this is going to come out better on the computer, because it's working out great underneath the mower. All right, I'm going to keep going, do some time lapse, and hopefully we'll be able to see it at the end. I'll be back. All right, the self-filming cameraman. I can see it, but I don't know if you can. The lights and the shadows, and I don't know, it might be better to film this a little later in the day. We'll see how she comes out on the computer. All right, I'm gonna finish mowing it, and I think you get the idea. Once we get done, I gotta film the beginning. So stick around, hit that like button, and keep watching.